Hey everybody, welcome to our YouTube channel. Please like, share, and subscribe, and turn on those post notifications for our upcoming videos and episodes. Thank you and enjoy the show.
All right, Chanel, are you here?
You're
Here we
I'm
go.
right here.
What today is? What today is?
It's
What today
Redline
is?
Thursday. It's Redline
Oh my God.
Thursday. It's Redline
Is it that time?
Thursday.
Oh
Is it
my
is it
God.
back again? Is it back
It's
again?
back by
Return
popular
of the
demand.
Mac. Return
Hey,
of the Mac.
hey.
So we
What's
are
good?
back. We are here. You know how everybody doing? I hope everybody doing beautiful, wonderful, great, all that good jazz. So we finna get right into it. So everybody, wherever you listening from, Spotify, TalkShoe, on Google Podcasts, on YouTube, I appreciate your ears and your attention. So let's get going. Welcome to the Redline Podcast, everybody, hosted by me, Nelly Swag09, and your girl, Queen Alexis, right here on TalkShoeRadio.com. The doors are now
Hey.
closing. Please take your seat. Hold on tight as this train pulls off from Howard to 95th. On today's episode, we're going to get into something that I know, that you know, that I know, that you know we need to talk about. And that's why is it black people can never be satisfied? When we
Mm,
do right, y'all complain. When we do wrong, y'all complain. When we
mm.
speak too much, you complain. When we don't speak enough, you complain. When we don't apologize, you complain. And when we do apologize, you complain. So we're just going to talk about all of those things and how, as a black person, you feel like you have nowhere to go. You don't know whether you're coming or you're going or you're up or you're down because there's always somebody in your Kool-Aid and don't really know the flavor. So like we like to do each and every week, we're going to dive right into it, chop this thing up, open it up, and dissect every little minute part of the situation. But before we get into the deep intellectual conversation, you know we has to do it. Highly requested and sometimes contested, your favorite segment, and I know mine's. So everybody, as you're riding this train, go ahead and say it with me. Loose squares, and loud. Brought to you by our very own Queen Alexis. So, Queen, what's in your spirit and what's on your heart for this week's Loose Squares and Loud? Go ahead and tell the people. The
All,
congregation is listening.
all right, all right. Bless your hearts and bless your hearts. I'm here once again for another week for the loose squares and loud. And I just want to bless y'all with a selection from my soul, my heart, and my shando. Hallelujah. Niggas ain't satisfied. Niggas ain't satisfied. Mm. Niggas ain't satisfied. Niggas ain't satisfied. Niggas ain't satisfied. Niggas ain't satisfied. That's right. Niggas ain't satisfied. I did not say black people are satisfied, even though some of y'all are really not satisfied with Nathan. Nothing, zilch, zip, nothing, just nothing. But like Chanel said, what we gonna go into today? It just seemed like when we make some progress, this is a year that I feel like our our culture is finally being seen. Our heritage is finally being seen and heard, and we just so black and beautiful, and still y'all niggas ain't satisfied. Fine. So, yeah, we're going to have a discussion today. So, hopefully, y'all can get some type of satisfaction one way or the other. Because niggas ain't satisfied. Hallelujah. Niggas ain't satisfied. Niggas ain't satisfied. Oh Lord, niggas ain't satisfied. Niggas ain't satisfied. Niggas ain't satisfied. Then that's my loose squares and my loud. Bless your heart and your parts, and I'm out.
Alrighty then, people. I'm so happy that selection just touched my heart. That will be available on Apple Music and Google Play soon. I hope, cause
Hallelujah.
I need that. But so like I said in the beginning, we're gonna get into it, and let's just go ahead and get into it. This past last Friday on July 31st had to be the most black experience I have ever had in my life.
Hallelujah.
For about an
Mm.
hour and about 30 some minutes, I watched Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter. Yes, I said the whole name.
The whole name.
The whole name.
Mm.
As she on Disney Plus released her visual album Black is King for the album The Gift, and we imagined the story of the Lion King in the most African, spiritual, just Mashanda. It was so fulfilling. Like I sat there and I cried, I laughed, and I twerked all at the same damn time. And it was a beautiful done film with black creatives, black choreographers, black hairstylists, makeup artists, directors, music executives, black artists, black actors. It was so well put together. It was like each video of the visual album was telling a story. You had everything from the story of Moses to the story of Hamlet to the of course the prodigal son, and mixed in Lion King with Simba and Nala, and they were and brown skinned girl almost made me cry, and it was a lot of great symbolism, unity, and it was a beautiful film. But like everything, black people, we just can't have nothing. In less than 24 hours, we had people on Twitter, Facebook going in talk about Beyonce's representing the devil. We should not be celebrating this. We got to call it as how we see it. This is paganism. This goes against everything Christian. Beyonce's been known to glorify saintic and sanctonic images, and this is just wrong. And the saints was out for blood, and I'm confused. I'm so very confused because what she do? Like, and a lot of people were pulling images saying, "Oh, this is what it represents." When she had her hair braided up with the horns, it was, "Oh, she's representing the devil." When they put a picture of like a satanic devil next to her, saying this is what it's representing, when actuality is representing one of the African tribes. If you do your research, because I did, I was interested because a lot of it I didn't catch, some of it I did catch of the symbolism she was putting in there. And I did my research. People who have studied African culture, African spirituality. I just didn't just go off of what people were saying on Facebook. I actually looked up images. I actually went to the Bible, see is there any description of what the devil looks like. The only description in the Bible that I know of the spirit of Satan is when he was in the Garden of Eden talking to Eve as he was the serpent. That's the only image I ever got. That's it. And there was symbolism because the character who met up with Simba when he was younger, when he was disobeying, there was a snake wrapped around him, a yellow snake, which could have had some symbolism, but the color was yellow, which was the cover of a lot of yellow means a lot in African culture. So it could have been a whole different thing. So it could have been representing so many different things, but nevertheless, it was a beautiful film. I enjoyed it. Um, Brown skinned girl was a beautiful depiction. You had dark skin Asian. You had dark light complexion. The moment between her and Kelly Rowland was so beautiful. It was very well put together, very well done, and bravo to Beyonce. And I'm a fan of Beyonce, like I said on the previous show. I'm not a Beehive member, but I do ride for her. I've been riding for her as long as Destiny's Child because I just love her art. And I feel like she did it from a pure place. But people said she was capitalizing off of African culture, and she was raping the culture and doing all of these other things instead of just digesting the film. And also, I'm a little upset because of us as black people, can't we just interpret her art? We never go and say anything about Van Gogh or anything like that or Picasso. We just interpret their art as the way they give it to us. We don't say anything about Beethoven, or we don't say anything about Sting or the Rolling Stones or the Beatles. We just say this is great music, this is great art. But anytime black people or even in film, whether it's Martin Scorsese or Steven Spielberg, they're beautiful filmmakers. But when black filmmakers make something, whether it's a Ava DuVernay, a Tyler Perry, a Spike Lee, Beyonce, whomever is directing, we have to be extra critical. But we're never critical of any other race. We always come against our own. Like even back in the day when Amos and Andy, the NCAA, said that they was having a bad imaging of black people. It was stereotyping, and they got the show put out off the air, but it also put a lot of black actors out of work. So are we really cutting off our nose to despite our face? Are we really picking the white battles to fight right now? We want to talk about Beyonce and what she's doing when the cops who killed Breonna Taylor once again has still not been arrested. So, is Beyonce's Black is King is important? Is getting justice for Breonna Taylor? Let me know. Cause just a few weeks ago it was justice for Breonna, justice for Ahmaud, justice for George. Now it's Beyonce is the devil. Y'all make up y'all mind because y'all are bipolar out here. And I don't care if y'all don't like it. I'm just speaking my truth and what I feel. Queen Alexis, go ahead.
Alright. Chanel go back in the corner. Now I'm playing. Just to kind of piggyback on what Chanel is saying, I wanted to point out I actually looked up um a little bit of research while she was talking when it came back to Beyonce with the braided hair and the horns, because everybody was so misled on that image for the simple fact they thought it was the devil, when in fact, according to Time magazine, a historian by the name of, let me get his name right, I know the last name is Lipsby. Um, it is, yeah, we're going to leave by Lipsby. Said it was the braided hair up called the up style, especially the one that went from her head all the way up, was African inspired. It was actually Limpopo inspired hairstyle from Central Africa. And the one with the horns was the Nguni cowhide, which was in fact a certain old quote, a certain ode to South African culture, specifically the Xhosa and the Zulu, which it was very heavy up in that move, up in this visual. Our Zulu nation was all up in this one. Zulu and their use of the Nguni cattle in that part of the world. Now, I need black people. I need us folks, us beautiful black people to really, really learn our history, not just from slavery all the way up to now, but from Africa all the way up to now. What all of them symbolisms that she had in her visual album, which was everything to me. Now, like Chanel, I'm not a beehiver. Yeah, I can't be a beehiver. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Y'all really, really crazy. But I appreciate her music. I appreciate her creativity. And this one, she did so well with it. But I need y'all. I need us. This is the time that, and this is the year, and this is the generation that we need to go ahead and get into our heritage. You cannot keep rocking the red, black, and green flag, and rocking the dashikis on just February, and rocking the unk necklaces, or the on your t-shirt, or tattoos on your body, or any type of African print or design on any of our clothing, or bags, or any accessories, and you don't know your history. You look at this and be like, oh my God, that is so demonic. Oh my God,
And and
she is
quick note. The cattle reference is one of the most common practices in pre-colonial African cultures, particularly
it
among
is.
southern Atuns and East Africans. The animal is seen as an embodiment of harvest and wealth. The Apis bull was a popular divine image of fertility in 3000 BC Egypt as a portent deity of Memphis. Within the tradition of the Igbo religion, followers worship the Azoki, a representation of determination with two horns to represent self-will. So the when she was in the cow print with the horns, it was representing harvest and wealth, and the horns were not demonic. It was representing determination and self will, not will by I praising myself. No, yours, that thing inside of you that pushes you, your drive, your self will. And that's what those horns represent. It is believed that the higher your hair when it's braided, the higher to the heavens. That's what it's about. So all of y'all saying it was horns, that it was demonic, no, it wasn't. Please do a little research. I don't get every word
A
right,
lot of
but I'm
research.
trying. But just please do your research. But go ahead, Alexis. I just wanted to interject that when you was talking about the horns and the hair.
Now you know, Charnel, I did a show on this on the Mad Hatters about a couple of weeks ago. We was talking about this, and I talked about and show research on how modern day Christianity has actually stolen from us. And we're sitting up here so brainwashed, looking at our heritage and calling it demonic. The Catholic Church, all of its symbolism in the Catholic churches is after our Orisha gods and goddesses, and
Exactly,
Egyptian gods
exactly.
and
And for
goddesses.
and for all of those
Really.
who are saying, because I saw it on Facebook, everybody was saying this was this was devilish, and I'm speaking my truth, and y'all just don't want to hear the truth that we're not supposed to worship anybody. Listen, please listen. We know that we cannot put our trust in man and worship man. So no, I'm not worshiping Beyonce. No, I'm not. I would never worship any
Mm.
fleshly being walking this earth. But what I will do is acknowledge when you're trying to bring some truth and substance. We're the only culture that has tried to be erased from the face of this earth and then force fed something else, when in actuality our truth is in between the lines. And what the saying
Mm-hmm.
goes, in every lie there lies a bit of truth. So I'm not saying that the Christian church it doesn't have any points to bring out that there are demonic spirits and there are curses and there are things that we don't need to tap into because we don't need to bring that type of energy onto us. I wholeheartedly believe that. But what we can't continue to do is, why is African spirituality that has to be tossed away? That has to be thrown away. Why is it that our heritage is looked upon as demonic and dark and dirty, and that is something illuminating conspiracies and demonic ways? No, let me just interject one last, well, not one last thing, but one thing. Everybody's saying it's the Illuminati and she throwing up the diamond sign. Does everybody know that they have made the Illuminati, which is pyramids? They are trying to say pyramids, which come from Africa. That is our heritage. That those are demonic. That our kings and queens were buried in. Those are tombs. Those ain't just little triangles that sit in the middle of a desert. No, those are tombs. So now pyramids, colonialism and white nationalism has made that to be a symbol of evil, but y'all do not say anything about the Jewish community who has David Star. The, so what I'm saying, and mind you, isn't that how the three wise men found where Jesus was? Through the star?
Oh, oh.
Correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm misinterpreting it. Isn't that how the three wise men found their way to Bethlehem? Isn't the star the way that the slaves found their way to freedom?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
But it's the
y'all don't hear
mind.
me though.
It's
But
coming
y'all
from
don't hear me
us.
though. And
Mm-hmm.
and just do your research, people. I'm not saying don't there's not something behind things, but we be so concentrated to say our black and our brown creators are promoting evil and wicked things, but we never say anything about these white supremacists who own these networks. Must we forget that the platform that Beyonce put her film on, the owner's name, once again, Walt Disney, was known to be very, very racist,
Very
very
racist.
anti-Semitic, against a whole lot of things. He wouldn't even let black families patronize his parks when they first opened up. He didn't want to, but money talks.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it when we have the vision to want to do something greater, we're considered crazy or we're doing too much? But when white people have the vision to do something, oh, that's a good thing. We really need to check ourselves and our self-conscious. We have to. It is so necessary. And I say that with all the love in my heart, because there were some people on my Facebook friends list, on my Twitter feed, that I really care about and I walk with. But as soon as they start talking that crazy demonic stuff, which I knew it was coming, and they knew they was gonna get attacked, and they was like, I'm speaking my truth. Don't get mad at me because I'm speaking the gospel. Okay. I had to mute them. I had to unfriend them. I had to unfollow them, because it's not that I'm opposed to hearing truth. But what I am opposed to is you trying to shove a point down my throat to make yourself feel better after you've probably done the research and realized that 2 plus 2 does not equal 6.
Okay.
And you got embarrassed by some people who might be educated, but you're Bible thumping and you're saying this is in the book, and you're doing the same thing those white slave masters did to the slaves, who said that you're being a slave is in this book. You're weaponizing the Bible, the same thing that was done to our ancestors. And why do we always got to shun our ancestors? Why do we have to always say, I don't want those spirits, I don't want my ancestors? Our ancestors had more strength. And maybe if us as a generation, and I'm not talking about just the millennials or Gen Z, no, I'm talking about us as a culture, stop We need to stop the cancel culture. We need to just listen and have an educated opinion. It's okay not to follow the masses because half of y'all wanted to be different and not like the film because you just don't like Beyonce. So you've had to find something to say. Because she did research. She hired a whole bunch of black people, put money in their pocket, and you got creatives now who are able to share that I worked on this film. They have that on their resume, so that makes it easier for them to thump down them doors when they was like, I've worked with Beyonce. This is my credits. She gave them
Girl,
opportunity.
girl, she even credited the water carrier, the tissue carrier, the if you just dusted off some a set, you got a credit. I mean, she got everybody.
Like, and
Those
she
credits
shot
was
and all of the,
really long.
and all those people who say she didn't give back nothing to Africa, look in the credits and see where the locations were.
Location, them names, child. I ain't never seen so many African places, names of places and names and people. I was
Because
saying
I
them
watched
so
the
much, I
credits.
almost sounded like I'm speaking in tongues. No way.
I I I watched the credits. And she giving people opportunities. But y'all and half of y'all, and I'm gonna say something, and I'm sorry if I hurt y'all feelings. Y'all half of y'all just mad because y'all didn't do it. Half of y'all just mad
That,
because y'all didn't do it. Because
that's
Beyonce did it.
exactly
And
it.
half of y'all just mad. So why you really mad though? Be well. Because it would have been okay. So explain something to me. If you're saying she is capitalizing off of African culture, explain something to me. If you got $100 million from Disney to make a film about Africa, could you do it better? I'll wait. Hell,
No.
if you had $10,000, could you make a film? Half of y'all don't even want to open up something like Google. Half of y'all get y'all information from sharing fake Facebook pages and talking to fake prophets and preachers. None of them who have went to any type of theology school, none of them from which who have studied. Half of y'all who are saying that Beyonce's film was demonic, probably half of y'all were probably saying all lives matter. Ooh, did I say that? I said that. I
Nah,
did.
they were
Oh
still
well.
saying Black Lives Matter. Nah, they were still saying
No, no,
Black
no,
Lives
no,
Matter
no, no, no. You know what?
to a
You're right.
certain extent.
That they were saying all lives matter. What they mean by when they said Black Lives Matter, they really meant the Black lives that seem important to me, or the ones who agree with my opinion.
And
Listen, I don't care if you light skin, dark skin. I don't care if you're a Republican or Democrat or independent. I don't care if you married or single. I don't care if you Christian or atheist. If you black and somebody is doing you wrong in this systematic racism that we deal with in America today, I'm going to rock with you. I'm going to ride with you until you give me a reason not to. But that's what supporting black people are. We can't say protect black women and support black women and then other black women, because there was a lot of black women who were out there saying some stuff about Beyonce. Y'all the same ones who say
mm-hmm,
us as black women don't get respected, or these men are misogynistic. Half of y'all got some misogynistic attitudes towards women yourself, and you're a woman.
mm, ooh,
But but
mm.
but oh shit, oh, I said it and I don't care. I said it, but it's
Yes,
the
you
truth.
did.
But I want to move on to a lighter note for right now. I want to say how beautiful was all of those moments in Brown Skin Girl.
Oh my God.
Those moments,
I mean, oh
like,
my God.
uh, there's so many moments in that film that I loved, but that moment of Brown Skin Girl, which is my favorite song, next to Find Your Way Back, off of The Gift. But it's one of my favorite songs. My daughter sings it. She loves it. That's her favorite song. And I love it because she has that as an anthem. Like you know, kids sing things whether it's on TikTok or whatever, and certain things get in their subconscious. But when you got little black girls singing brown skin girl, girl that's like pearls, like when they're singing that over and over again, that's what we're talking about. We want to overshadow everything. When Beyonce made a song that and sung a song that expressed so much and is giving our little girls empowerment. And I just want to talk about that whole little video, the whole debutante thing. Like if y'all know
Mhm.
our history, that was beautiful
That
to
was from
see
us.
Lupita. If you see Lupita and Naomi Campbell and Kelly Rowland, and just it was so many beautiful black women and had and had and dark skinned Asian women. And if y'all know about how dark skinned Asian women get treated, as far as them not being the pretty Asians, because they don't have the pale or lighter skin, because there's colorism in their community as well. Um,
Hmm.
just to see all of that was just like so beautiful. Like I have to say, my favorite moment was the moment where her and Kelly Rowland was had the updos like they was in the '60s, which also came from us, the Motown era. And they would sing it to each other and they hugged each other and embraced each other, and that smile, because if y'all know Kelly and Beyonce's history, they've known each other since they were 9 years old. They're best friends. They have grown up together. As much as the industry has tried to pit them against each other and tear their relationship apart and put things in each other's ears and say only Beyonce is only getting the shine because she's a lighter complexion than Kelly or whatever, whatever, whatever. And to see that moment right there, like one thing you have to say about Beyonce is if you her friend, if you her homie, she gonna ride for you. Like she gonna put you in a position. Like every big moment in Beyonce's career as a solo artist, she's not included Destiny's Child with Kelly and Michelle. Whether it's been the Super Bowl, whether it's been music she's done, whether it's been Coachella, wherever. Like she's included them so much. But to see, to me, that was my one of my favorite moments. Just that it might have only last for 5 or 6 seconds, but it looked like Beyonce said something she has probably said to Kelly privately, but to say it to her publicly and for the world to see it, to me was beautiful.
I just love the fact that in that video alone that she covered. When I say she covered every spectrum of us, I mean all the way from everybody from as dark as, oh, not even Lupita. That I can't even think of her
I know who you're
name
talking
right
about.
now. The African model. I think she Kenyan. She was in there. All the way to, did you see in the first part the albino girl? I
Yes,
was
I
like,
loved
oh,
it.
come through with it. Cause guess what? We come in all shades of the spectrum. Look, look, we ain't just brown, we all of this, and it was beautiful, and the colors that just shined and radiated from us off them clothes, off from their clothes, off of their skin. It was just everything, and I was like, thank you. And you
It
right, just
was.
to piggyback on you right. Nay singing the song too. Brown skin girl, my power, and King already, baby. This
Like
album,
it's
this visual
powerful.
album,
It's
actually, I,
powerful.
I don't, I don't think people understand for the fact because everybody was so mad because she put it on Disney and everything. Why she ain't put it on something on us, some network that's for us? Don't worry about it. Guess what? She put it on Disney for our children, for the Gen Zs and the millennials, just for us. for all of us to see
and
how
all
beautiful
of those
we
who are
are.
saying she didn't put it on a platform that was really accessible. Let me explain some to you. Beyonce's been promoting this, right? So you when you first sign up for Disney Plus, you get a week free. So if you was just want to see this film and you didn't already have Disney Plus, you could have just signed up for that free week and not paid nothing. One. Two, Disney owns a lot of things, including ABC. So I'm sure at some point they will have a network premiere on Channel 7 ABC where it will be able to be seen on local television if you didn't stream it already. And come on, black people, act like we ain't creative. Act like you don't know somebody who got a Disney Plus account. Like your cousin or your auntie or your mama ain't got it. So don't hit me, cause y'all didn't say anything when she put Homecoming on Netflix. But why are we complaining for her putting some on Disney Plus when first of all let her secure the bag, cause that's how you build generational wealth. And also she's putting these black creatives on Disney Plus. So guess what? Disney is part of Marvel. So when they do those big action films and they need makeup artists for black actors, guess what? Those hairstylists, those makeup artists, when they do Black Panther 2, a lot of them probably got a plug in to be on that set now and to change their tax bracket. So understand that. But back to Brown Skin Girl, once again, like I said, one of my favorite parts was the debutante ball. In this article, it said Brown Skin Girl portrays a debutante ball, which has been a commonplace of celebration of young women among African Americans since the early 20th century. The girls debut here were also honored for their academic and career success. Beyonce shows a strong praise of beauty for dark-skinned black women, going against the colorism that was so prevalent during those time periods as well as now. The scene is full of homage to black beauty in all its forms, with none of the hatred, various hairstyles from the African diaspora are shown in all of their flamboyance, fit for a debutante, from down south updos to the skull eglotion. And beauty and black beauty has always been rich in variety and creativity. Beyonce also celebrates the beauty of dark-skinned women from Southeast Asia, where dark skin is often negatively and romanticized, skin bleaching due to current systems of colorism. So yes, that's a whole lot to unpack right there. Like that's beautiful. Like that's our history. Like these debutante balls that you see, that when like in Hispanic culture they have the quinceañeras, and a lot of time in Jewish cultures they have their bar mitzvahs. And black people are like, what do we have for us? What do we have to celebrate us coming from young adults to adulthood? What do we have? We have we have debutante balls, but a lot of times, due to whatever's been brainwashed over us, oh, you corny if you participate in a debutante ball, or that's bougie, or that's some white girl stuff. No, we
Exactly.
created it. We created the debutante balls. But it's now, see what they do to you? It gets put into your mind that it's only something upscale, white or upscale black people do, when the debutante balls and the Miss Juneteenth parades and all of those things were created by us, but now it's looked at something jinky. Like, oh, why you participating in a Miss Juneteenth pageant? Or why you in a debutante ball? Why you doing that corny? Why you doing waltz and all of that stuff? Like, I ain't go front. That video made me be like, Layla was like, so mommy, am I gonna have a ball like that? I was like, you know what? You just we just might have to do that.
We might have to
We
look
we,
into that.
we might have to bring the debutante balls back. We just might have to do that. because that's how a lot of middle class black people back in the day, their children built their relationships and they was able to marry good. People forget that white people and Asian families, they tend to have their kids get together younger, and they've known each family for years, and they know how they raised, and that's how you keep generational wealth, because both of them come from good upstanding families, and they are raised together, and then they fall in love and they get married and the cycle continues. But somewhere along the line, we lost sight of that, of trying, and we say, we always like, man, I wouldn't want my daughter marrying your son, or I wouldn't want my son marrying your daughter. You know what? I would, because I know how you raise your child. And we have to stop that stigma of saying the debutante ball. Same way they say that what Beyonce was doing was demonic. It's the same way they say that the debutante balls are so cliche, or so white, or that's so bougie. We need to stop that. But I don't think nobody hear me though. But for real,
Man, it's a lot to unpack with that movie, because
it is.
she showed us that, and it just break my heart when we can't see us. We have been so blinded over the years, for centuries, that we no longer recognize ourselves. And for those who was talking about the Blue Man Group, the Blue Green Man up in the movie, oh,
You know that's
oh,
you
that
know
was
they
a
get that
demon.
from us. But but
That's
um
us.
but he was a demon. But y'all go to the Chicago Theater and see the Blue Man Group.
I mean, they get it
I'm just
from
saying.
us. But everybody that was like, oh, they had demons. Look, he was blue green and he was dancing around. First of all, he was playing Rafiki, dummy.
That
So what color
people
was
people
Rafiki?
don't exactly. And also, people don't understand the symbolism. Beyonce was playing an ancestor who hovered over Simba. But I have one moment that my saints, I hope y'all caught. She put this little baby in a basket and
And
sent it up
send
the
them up
river.
the
I I just want my saints, all my
river.
saints, all the real good church folks, my Bible thumpers. What
Paper
is that
Bible say.
story? What is that
That's
story? And
Moses.
so I'm going to I'm gonna read something to y'all, and I hope y'all respect it, cause yeah. So here we go. It says here. The other side serves as a retelling of the biblical story of Moses. In this
Oh my,
version, his Hebrew mother,
Yoshua.
Joshua cast him away to the ocean within the basket to protect the infant from the approaching sandstorm. However, in the original, she was protecting him from being murdered. The book of
Mhm.
Exodus often holds high significance to the descendants of the chattel slavery due to the similarities of enslavement portrayed by the Hebrews in Egypt and the experience of the enslaved Africans in America. The visual incorporates fashion of North Africa, such as the Nubians of Sudan and Egypt, deriving from the typical depiction of the ancient Hebrews. The legendary South African actress Mary Kosiki portrays an elder whom Simba presents his fetish called the Bukai Zari to prove he is ready for his inheritance. You find
Not
yourself
America.
yeah, that was deep. Um, it says you find yourself in a room full of all of the people you loved, and you dance with joy as pure as your father's face. The infant never washes on shores of Egypt, instead joining his mother and all of the other souls on the other side. There is always another side. And it says in the English translation, when Beyonce sings "So Kala why are you okay my or why," English, come down, come into my heart, heavenly spirit. Swahili, Mukabu Kati Magu. English, forefathers in the cloud. Here is the reunion of mother and child, father and son. It says, no matter how hard the waves crash and how terrible the waves appear, we will always meet on the other end of the waterfall. It's the circle of life. So,
baby.
so I'm
Which let me
so
interject
so
right here. Let
so
me
that's
interject
demonic.
some right here.
So
Let me
okay, go
interject
ahead,
some
Alexis,
right
because
here.
because I'm just waiting for you to tag me in on this double dutch real quick. But go ahead, take your
We
time.
gonna get it. We gonna get this. We gonna get this. First of all, I just wanted to point out the song. Now, anybody that know me know I'm a music head, and I got an ear, and I love certain sounds and everything. I just wanted to point out if that heifer did not reach the core of the earth on that part. I mean, she reached down from her pinky toe. She got that note from the earth and sung it with ease and effortlessly. And I mean, it sounded so authentically African. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ooh. Ooh, it was beautiful. But that's just a little, you did. But after you hearing what this was meaning, the ancestors, and we get told that ancestral worship is forbidden and demonic. If that's the case, we ain't supposed to pray to our ancestors. Then I have one question: what's Jesus? I'm gonna go
Oh,
back in the corner. I'm gonna go back
oh,
to the corner.
oh. Ooh, child, things are going to get easier.
When you sitting up here praying to Saint Mary, at the Holy Mother, ain't she considered now an ancestor? Okay, I'm gonna go back into the corner. I know. Yeah.
But for all of those who were saying it was so demonic when she interprets the story of Moses, and I hope y'all what I saw a lot from a lot of like the water. The story of Moses means something different to me every time I see it, especially when I saw it at this form. When she sent her baby to be protected from the sandstorm, as you know, the original story it was to protect him from being murdered because of his skin complexion. He was kind of dark, but that's another story. That's another reason why Jesus couldn't have been white. But that's another, yeah. But
Boom.
um, also what makes it so spiritual to me is a lot of those enslaved Africans who were on the passage, and everybody knows our relationship with water as Black people. A lot of us don't know how to swim. Some of us don't even attempt the water. But I believe a lot of it is psych. It's in your psyche. It's psychological because for one, back in the 60s and the 50s when pools were segregated, they used to pour bleach in the pool water that blacks would swim in so they would get out, or they wouldn't allow blacks to swim in that pool water because they said blacks would make the water dirty. But also, it goes back even further. We used to have to truck through these ponds. If y'all know the story, wade in the water, they would have to wade in the water because that would be the only way that the bloodhounds wouldn't get their scent when they would run away. If you go back even further than that, when they was on the passage to come to America, a lot of mothers chose to toss their babies overboard so they wouldn't have to suffer. and or a lot of them died with them by jumping overboard with their babies, if whether they were pregnant, or some of them, if they couldn't save themselves from getting off that ship, they would throw their babies out into the sea and save them from what was to come. So the story of Moses is so prophetic, because it explains our relationship with water in such a beautiful way, that there was another side, that she said, I'm going to protect you, and I'm going to send you, so you don't have to face this storm. And sometimes it's the chaos and the storms that are around us. And as somebody who's a mother myself, most people would be like, how could she do that? No, until you're a mother, until you're a parent, that moment hits different. And you understand why she sent that baby up the river. And it gets me emotional because of the relationship that we have with water and all of those things I mentioned. So water was it was a big actor in this film, from the beginning of the film, when she was by the water, towards the end when she was at the waterfall, um when she was singing Spirit, when she sung that last song. Oh boy, that how she
She
first started
added
off
a whole
acapella
nother video.
with the
She
whole
added a
acapella,
whole nother
man.
video to the.
I was whoo man, that was so beautiful. And that's what I'm saying. When something touches your spirit, like if that was a gospel artist who did that, oh, she's praising the Lord. Beyonce did it. It was like, oh no, she's just trying to put a wool over your eyes. Like, no, she is talking about, like, listen to those lyrics, listen to what she's saying. But because she's saying it, and because she's saying it in African tongues, and because she's saying it in it's like, oh, that must be demonic, that must be evil. No, it's not. And we really need to check ourselves, and we're always not satisfied enough. We say, man, we want black films, we want black creatives, we want this, but as soon as we get it, we want to criticize and nitpick. We it's like, man, I wish gospel artists could be more mainstream and they did bigger productions. But then you shame them when they when they do performances on the BET Awards or the Grammys. Talk about they need to be in church, they need to be ashamed of themselves, they're on the secular stage. Why are they collaborating with a rapper? But isn't our job is to
Wild
go out there and
rappers.
spread the gospel? That's all I'm saying.
I find it quite interesting that it's just a hypocrisy with that. Oh, it got to be gospel, got to be with gospel artists. And as you can see, as of lately, there's some gospel artists that's be like, I just want to go ahead and go on to the R&B because this ain't what this is. This ain't about God and everything. I just find it quite interesting. But to piggyback on what you said, yeah, y'all was tripping about when Snoop Dogg did his gospel art album with the Clark sisters and Rance Allen and Charlie Wilson and everybody and B Slade,
That
which
album,
everybody
that
knows.
album was fire. That album was fire.
But it was so, when I say if that album, man, if that album didn't actually talk salvation, literally taught salvation. Especially my favorite one off of there is a joint called Words Are Few with B Slade. And I mean he was so honest and kept it 100 about how many of us that was raised in the church, and because we was born and raised up in the church, and we was taught that you came from God, you Christian, you saved, you was born and raised in the church. I got saved at the age of 5. That you ain't gonna go through something and make it so that you gotta go to God with just your heart. They got to keep it 100. And people got to understand what prayer is. Really got to understand what prayer is. Words Are Few was a simple prayer. And everybody was mad. He was on the Stellar Awards and everybody was upset. Oh, blasphemous. Child, gone somewhere. Gone somewhere. Cause we trying to reach nations, not just your church house. Gone somewhere. But that's for another show. I'm gonna go back in the corner. Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, I feel you. But it people tend to not look at it that way. Like if it's somebody who is not in the church, oh no, they can't come in. But then y'all preaching about salvation, and then it's like when they're not saying something you don't like as a Christian, especially as a black Christian, it's like, oh no, they're demonic. Let's put them out to pasture. Cause it's a certain film on Netflix called Come Sunday. I think y'all should kind of check that out. But we don't really
Oh,
have time to
baby.
go into that film. But that episode is coming. That episode's
Yes, it
coming. So
is.
I'm gonna give y'all time to do y'all research. Please go check out the film Come Sunday. Go watch it. Go Google. Go figure. Go see who's that film about what happened in that film. And yeah, it's quite interesting. The Saints, we gotta talk. Can we talk? Can we talk for a minute? I want to
We gonna have the church
know,
now?
are you really saved? Can we talk?
Really?
Okay, let me stop. So, but yeah, everybody, we are about to wrap this whole thing up. So as we pull into the 95th Street station, please grab all your belongings and exit. This is as far as this train will go. As you head up the stairs, elevator, escalator, and head to your next destination, we want to thank you for riding the red line with us. Please come back next Thursday and every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time right here on TalkShoeRadio.com. Our number again is 717-734-6904. Show ID 511-6519 £. You can also check us out on YouTube. Please subscribe to the Redline Podcast, like, share, and turn on those post notifications for all upcoming videos and episodes. Also, you can catch us on Google Podcasts as well as Spotify. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell some more friends to like and follow our Facebook page for all upcoming events and show topics. Also, if you're interested in promoting your event or your business or any other business inquiries, please email us at redlinepodcast2020@gmail.com. You can follow me, Nelly Swag09, on Instagram, on Twitter, Nelly Swag09. Please like my fan page on Facebook, Nelly Swag09. Or you can shoot me out a friend request on Facebook, Charnel Nelly Logan. So you can inbox me, DM me, and tell me what you like, what you don't like about the show. I want to once again thank all of you for subscribing to the channel, for watching the videos, for listening to us on Spotify. The numbers are very wonderful on Google Podcasts and on all our other platforms. I want to thank y'all so very much. Thank you for the downloads, and thank you for walking with us every Thursday as we take this crazy long ride on the red line. Queen Alexis, I think you got some big news about the Mad Hatter and what's coming up, so please let the people know what's going on.
Well. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Well, y'all, first of all, y'all can catch me every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday of the week on Talk Shoe Radio, on Spotify Radio, and on Google Podcasts and YouTube. And now with the Mad Hatter, we are now officially on iHeartRadio. Uh, man, as of right now, all three platforms under Soulful Entertainment Productions are on national and international radio platforms. I am so proud and so happy of all of the progress and success that we have just accumulated and obtained just within months. This has been so beautiful. I'm grateful for all of the support, all of the likes and shares and follows. And make sure y'all follow the Mad Hatter on Spotify and on iHeartRadio. This is just a wonderful platform for you to just, get your gears grinding and get your head and your brain working about some certain topics and certain positions. It's wonderful. But y'all can catch me here on Tuesday night, man, at the Mount of Queens Court open mic at 8 o'clock. The number is 717-734-6904. Show ID 2864394 #. Here every Thursday night at 7 with my girl Nelly Swag, and Saturday nights at 8 o'clock with my boy Devontae Davis, and our new co-host, my girl Mavis Avis Davis. Oh, she been coming with all the smoke, the whole smoke, and nothing but the smoke. So help us God. And she been giving us our whole life. So y'all tune in every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central on Talk Shoe Radio and Spotify and iHeartRadio, man. And then you can find me on Instagram, the Queen _Alexis 1990. Facebook, my regular page, Alexis Sherelle Owens, and you can find me on my fan page, Queen Alexis, which also promotes all three platforms, and where you will see me live when I have live performances as well. Also coming up soon, y'all look out for the end of this year, because I am coming out, going back into the studio, and we'll be coming out with, probably by the end of this year, if not the latest, my birthday next year in February. My third album. Yes, we
Whoop
coming with Reign
whoop.
Supreme. We are coming with Reign Supreme. Reign Supreme, and I have not, and baby, I did not come to play with you hoes. I came to slay, baby. And
Oh yes.
just, man, we got a lot of stuff coming out. We got merchandise coming out for Redline Podcast, Mad Hatter, Soulful Entertainment, my brand. Everything is coming out soon, soon, and very soon. So look out for us on the social media, and also here on Talk Shoe Radio and Spotify and other media platforms. Thank y'all so much, so very much
We really
for the
appreciate it.
for the
Like,
immensely just incredible support. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
well,
And
well,
I'm done.
everybody, thank you, Queen Alexis. Everybody, thank you for all the support. And once Corona finally figures out what she want to do, the Redline Podcast will be having a Redline Podcast live experience. Hopefully
Woo-hoo!
by the end of this year or maybe next year. But if y'all have enjoyed us right here on the mic, the live experience, let's just say it's gonna be a party, y'all. So it's gonna be beautiful. We will let y'all know that information as it comes. We are working out the details and we're talking about it so it could be done safely, so we can have a good time and we can connect with y'all. We want to see y'all faces. We want to know who's listening. So once again, thank y'all for listening to the Redline Podcast right here on TalkShoeRadio.com. Please listen to us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. I want to give a special shout out. Today is my brother's birthday. Happy birthday, Trail. I love you. And rest in peace to my brother Fat. I miss you. Happy birthday. Happy heavenly birthday. And continue to keep supporting us. Keep riding the red line. Until next week, see you next Thursday, same time, same place, and same host. And as I like to say, peace and blessings. And oh yeah, did I mention arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor? Thank you.
Mhm.